Hello everybody. Prime Minister Narendra Modi turned 75 this week. But what do his cabinet colleagues think about his leadership? We have with us Senior Minister in the Modi cabinet, Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas, Mr. Hardeep Puri. Thank you, Mr. Puri, for speaking to NDTV. Always a pleasure to have you on NDTV. In the last 11 years, we've seen the Prime Minister work very hard. We are told that he makes the ministers also work very hard. He's a hard taskmaster. What are the certain aspects about his leadership, his personality, that you think sets him apart from the rest of the people that you worked with?
Yeah, I think to begin with, Vasudha, hard work is not a characterization I would use, because that would be, in many respects, an understatement. In Modi, the person, I don't mean Modi, the Prime Minister, you've got an individual whose entire life is characterized by what I describe is total commitment and dedication. Total commitment and dedication to a cause, total commitment and dedication to the country. And these are traits he has been displaying for a long time. I'll give you a small example of a personal anecdote. I was in 1999, I think in the month of January, under orders of transfer to London as Deputy High Commissioner. And the late Arun Jaitley had a lunch to bid farewell for me. And at that stage, the Honorable Prime Minister was then a private citizen. He was a pracharak, and he invited him. I was very happy to have the privilege to meet him. I'd known him earlier. When I was a student in the university, I used to meet Modi ji, etc. But I remember in that, he had not become Chief Minister yet. It was before that. And he told me and there was no talk of his becoming Chief Minister at that stage. Okay, yeah. I'm talking about 98, 99. And he said, "Kab ja rahe ho London, mein aunga." So I said, "Zarur aiye, etc. Aapka swagat hoga, etc." And then he did not come when I was posted to London, but when I finished my transfer and posting and tenure in London, I went to Geneva as ambassador and permanent representative. I got a call from him one day. And he told me that मैं लंदन तो नहीं आया, मैंने वादा किया था, पर मैं आपको Geneva आ रहा हूँ. And he told me the reason. You know, there was a freedom fighter. His name was Shyamji Krishanji Verma. His ashes were interned in the cemetery in Geneva.
Right.
And I did not know then, but very early he said that all those, this is Modi ji, on record to saying all those who made our freedom possible, we have to honor all of them. So one of the first acts he does as Chief Minister of Gujarat is to come to personally take the ashes of Shyamji Krishanji Verma back to Gujarat, and not only to take the ashes back to Gujarat, but also then to, in a public display of honoring this thing.
Right.
He is very strong. He is very strong in honoring the past, in taking pride in our cultural and civilizational heritage, which explains much of the action which comes in later. And he is also determined, utilizing the strength from the past to chart a vision for the future.
Right.
So why I keep saying this all the time, and when I recall the anecdotes that I've had the privilege of being familiar with,
Right.
that he's the first leader in India. I mean, others have talked about making India develop, but to put a timeline, okay, when we finish 100 years as an independent country, we will be a Viksit Bharat. When the instruments for that Viksit Bharat are defined in terms of Atmanirbharta, and Atmanirbharta not in the narrow sense in which some people have tried to criticize it, that you're inward looking. No, you unleash the entrepreneurial and productive forces that you have inside, use vocal for local, Swadeshi, and you produce for the world.
Right.
So I think one of the strengths is that as a result of this approach, we are beginning to discover the immense depth of our hidden potential.
Right.
And that is what sets Modi the man, Modi the leader apart from the others.
Right. Mr. Puri, so you've known the Prime Minister even before he became the Chief Minister. That's very
Much
interesting.
before that, yes, I do.
Right. Also because you've been a successful diplomat, at a time when these global headwinds are on, how do you think India is going to, what is the aspect of Mr. Modi's personality that's going to help India stand in good stead when it comes to these diplomatic
Look,
challenges?
first of all, I think on all basic approaches, he is 100% right. He has always taken the line that this is a time for diplomacy, not war. Yeah. I think seriously, he is of the view that use of force should not be resorted to unless it's a last resort. But equally, if somebody is trying to destabilize you, then you cannot be pacifist, because then you are opening yourself up for disintegration. Right. So I think Operation Sindoor was a classic case of utilizing the time, delivering a 22-minute debilitating blow to the other side, the evidence of which was available in the public domain through satellite imagery. And then, when the time came, when the request came from the DGMO of Pakistan to our DGMO, he said, all right, I've completed my time, but the process goes on.
Right.
The process goes on, and I'm positive, no matter jitni bhi hawabaji ye log kar le, nahi, we have done this, we have done that. I think the Indian message, whether it is to all our neighbors, etc., is, look, we are willing to tango, but not on your terms. And I think today, slowly but surely, that transformation, global turbulence is a given. Yes. You and I can't change it. But to be able to weather that global turbulence, to be able to navigate it, that is what he's showing strong leadership can do.
Right.